Hello student, today we have to see last method for the determination of order of reaction. Up till now we studied 4 methods: heat and trial method, then equifractional change method, then one-tops differential method, then fourth one, that is graphical method. Now today we have to see Ostwald's isolation method. Now in this method, first of all, see what is meant by isolation. Now this isolation word in this pandemic era, we know what is isolation. Isolate करना, अलग करना. Okay. Now here we have to isolate the reactants. Now how that reactants are isolated? How the order of such a reaction in which more than one reactants are there is calculated? If more than 1, 2, 3, 4 reactants are there, and for such a reaction we have to calculate the order, then this Ostwald's isolation method is very important. Suppose we have a reactant A, B, C. This reactant reacts to give the product, and we have to find out the order of such a reaction. Suppose N1, N2 and N3 are the number of moles of this reactant. Okay. Now you have to find out the net order or overall order, or one can say simply order of this reaction. Now first of all, what we have to do? We have to isolate one of the reactant. How one of the reactant is isolated? Suppose you want to isolate this reactant A. Take this reactant A in definite quantity in the reaction, while other reactants in excess. Simple thing. How isolated? Take that particular reactant in definite amount while other reactants are taken in excess. And you know the rate of reaction depends upon the concentration of which reactant which is in a definite amount. Rate of reaction not depends upon the concentration of the reactant which is in the large excess. Because we studied, if one of the reactants is in excess, the rate of reactant is independent on the concentration of that reactant which is in excess. Okay. Now here let be assumed, let A is isolated. Suppose अपन ने reactant A को isolated किया, मतलब rate of this reaction is directly proportional to the concentration of number of moles of that reactant. Okay, number of moles of A at time t, because all these are taken in excess, these two are taken in excess. Okay, after knowing this you are able to find out the order. Let me assume the order of reaction is N1. Okay, this is the first step. Now in the second step, what we have to do? We have to isolate another reactant. Let B is isolated. Means if B is isolated, then take A and B, C are in excess. Then again you know this rate of reaction is directly proportional to concentration of B at time t. Then determine again order of reaction. Let B assume the order by isolating this B, let it be N2. Then let C is isolated. Then A and B are in excess. Then find out the order of reaction. Let the order of reaction is N3, because you know for this reaction also this rate is directly proportional to concentration of C at time t. Okay, means by isolating reactants one by one, we are able to find out the order of reaction. Okay, now you know, if A is isolated, order of reaction is N1, while B and C are in excess. Let in second step B is isolated, A and C are in excess, order of reaction is N2. Let A and B are in excess, C is isolated, order of reaction is N3. Then sum all these N1 plus N2 plus N3. Now this is the net order of reaction. Okay, in this way, by isolating reactants one by one, keeping another reactants in excess, we calculate the order of reaction. That's why it is called as isolation method, and this method is of Ostwald. That's why here name is given Ostwald's isolation method. Actually, scientist Ostwald carried out this experiment for different reaction by isolating reactants and keeping another reactant in excess. After making several experiments, Ostwald come to know that if the order of reaction is find out in the reaction when there are more reactants, then isolate one by one, then calculate individual order of reaction, and for net order sum the order of each step. This is Ostwald's isolation method. Now here our topic related to methods for the determination of order is completed. If any difficulty, call me anytime or ask me anytime. Okay, I think all 5 methods you got it, you understand it in a very good manner. Okay, now don't confuse. See what is the mechanism of heat and trial method, what is the mechanism of equifractional change method, what is the mechanism of Ostwald's isolation method, or what is the mechanism of Van 't Hoff's differential method. Okay, and heat and trial method is also known as integration method. Okay, one question may be always asked on this, or problem may be there. That's why do study in very sophisticated manner, so as there is no confusion. Okay, now we will stop here. Now from the next period we will see the new topic from chemical kinetics. Till then, bye. Thank you very much.